Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody's week is going well. The sun's back out today, but we are like, I don't know what's going on here this summer because we hit summer early. What is it today? June 9th, June 10th? We're more like it usually is around the middle of July, early August. It has just been brutal so far, but anyhow, like this is pretty much for people that kind of follow me, but follow along if you like. But I'm just going to do a life update, future plans, and vegan possibilities. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel and you can watch the upcoming adventures. Things are about to start happening fast. So this period of I don't know, of just being in one place with kind of, not a lot of scenery around, just getting by on the fruit I'm getting by on. Going to change up a little bit. I think I've mentioned on here, I've mentioned in a couple of videos about putting the house on the market and that it was a good market right now. Well, I guess I didn't really realize quite how good or how good my realtor would be. Basically got an offer, like showed it yesterday, got an offer today, got an offer that I'm happy with today. They called back and asked a couple of questions, but I think it's a formal offer. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing, but it causes me anxiety, but it causes me a good kind of anxiety because the person that's interested in buying is also a very strong, qualified buyer. And my realtor seems to think like it won't be hard at all for them to close on this house. So I might not have as much time as I had kind of originally hoped for. I don't, that would probably be a little early, but I could be out of here in 6 weeks, 2 months tops. But you never know. I've learned in life for you young people, until there's actually money, until something's been signed, it's just talk. Sorry about that. The sun came in kind of at a phony angle, but so that sells. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not really, I don't know how long you've been watching me, how much you know about my story. I was talking to a good friend last night and I told her, I said, you know why I'm out of place here? Because I'm an expat. I lived out of the country as somebody out of their own country for 18 years. I met certain types of people. Like everybody here, I like people. It's not a judgment like one's better than the other, but this is more like, people have families. They go to their kids' ball games. They do these little things. They cook out with, other families. And it's a nice thing, but it's just not me. Like I say, I've lived a whole different way down there. I live kind of like a college kid. I don't want to go rent an apartment. Number one, I don't want to settle down here in the States. And number two, I don't have credit and I don't want to have to do the hassle of a credit check and paying way more than for an apartment I want. So I've got a good friend. I may have mentioned this before down in Fairhope, Alabama, which is just right outside of Mobile, Alabama. It's a little area outside of Mobile. It's supposed to be pretty cool. It's supposed to be kind of an eclectic type place, kind of a little funky there. I don't know if there's a vegan community, but there's people there. And I am in a vegan group in Mobile, Alabama. So it would just be nice. It'll be nice to be around somebody. This is a roommate of mine from college. I've known him a long time, and also to be in a bigger area, but not being in the city of Mobile, out in a kind of a little. I don't know if it's like a little suburb or if it's its own little city. So that's a possibility. Now, since my mom passed away, I guess it's been Monday was a week ago, and Thursday will be a week since I buried her. Had a lot of time to think since then, and kind of roughly sketch out like what I want to do, or kind of what I'm thinking about doing, and the plan will come together, more. There, that's better. Sorry about that. That sun was getting distracting. It wasn't bothering me, but I know people were looking at it probably going, "Oh." But like I say, I don't know. It's just like this plan is a general plan now, and the details will be filled in. But the way I'm looking at it is this will be a jumping off point. I go down there, wait for the house to close. If I'm a good roommate, which I am, I'm a great house guest. If anybody out there wants a Jack to come visit, give me a holler. But no, I'm a good house guest. So I'm hoping what I can work out with him, and then I've got the part two to this. What I'm hoping I can work out with him, because he's established. He's got a good career, good profession. His kids are all out of the house, grown and gone, and like this is even though I'll pay him rent and stuff. It's kind of a favor. So what I'm hoping, since this is just kind of extra money, a little bit of money out of the year, that I can stay with him like 4 or 5 months, pay him rent during those months, and then when I'm then bounce. And I'm thinking of spending 7 to 8 months back down in Costa Rica. Can't go back down there full time just yet. I've got to get a few things established first. But in the beginning, doing 4 or 5 months here in the States, 7 or 8 months down there. And I've got a very good friend down there that's already got a little guest house in the back of his house that I can rent for him down there. And same with him. I would like to, hopefully, if I'm a good guest on the property, and also I'll do some projects with him. Hopefully that could be something that I could go back and forth. So ideally, I'd go back and forth between those two places. Costa Rica for sure might drop Fairhope in a couple of years if another place or opportunity. It's not exactly where I want to be in the States, but it's a good place. So, start off doing that. Right now, I'm looking at some used cars. You guys have probably, well, no, you probably haven't. I've shown it on Instagram before. I'm driving around in like a 1993 Beater, the last car that my dad ever bought, and he's been dead 17 years. So, got to get a new car. But yeah, I'm just starting to think about the possibilities and whatever. Another thing too, when I say vegan possibilities, I get back down to Costa Rica. This friend of mine that I hope to stay in his guest house down there. He's in the vacation business. He's been planning travel and vacation down in Costa Rica for probably 15 plus years now. So he knows a lot of different places. So he could be instrumental in helping me set up, like if I wanted to do a retreat, or at least could point me in some directions. Like he works with really nice properties down there, but I know that he could definitely help me with that. Be good. And also too, I think, and it's like a little, I know I'm just kind of throwing different things out there because, like I say, that's what's going on right now. But also, he's got hookups, since he sends people, since he books vacations with hotels and sends people on tours like the volcano tours and canopy tours and just different things and all over Costa Rica. He probably has a little bit of pull, and probably in the off season, like say I could go to this property or this resort. I can create content while I'm there. I can get photos for him. I can do some PR for him. I can actually, he's not doing Instagram, maybe even handle his Instagram. And I've got a few other people like that down there that I'd like to collaborate with, network with, because that's fun on the social media, just having people you can tag and having different areas. But things are at least going to get interesting. I know over the last 4 years, especially after doing this channel in Costa Rica for 4 years, it's been a little stale. It's gotten a little boring because, I've just kind of gone to ground here in small town Alabama and, just kind of like surviving. Mostly, like certain times of the year, it's just bananas, some orange juice here and there. So I tell you, that first time I get back to Costa Rica, I'm gonna probably as soon as I get off the plane, you walk down this little walkway through the airport. I'm gonna probably have to duck into the bathroom. I'll probably break down. I mean, I'm gonna flip out when I finally get back there. And when I get to the market, when I hit the market for the first Saturday morning, that's gonna be like, imagine the best Christmas you've ever had on crack. I mean, it's just going to be like the best thing ever. But yeah, when I first got this offer this morning, I told my realtor, I was really anxious. I was real anxious because I'm like, I wanted a little time to slow roll it. But when you've got a hot real estate market, I just got my thoughts together and I'm like, yeah, just accept the offer because, they're like, getting that money. In other words, like I wait 6 months to sell the house, I could potentially get, a substantial amount less because opportunities have changed and some of the people that are interested don't want it. So, making moves, getting rid of more stuff here in the house. going through my comic book collection, finally got it starting to organize it and reaching out and looking up some titles. And I don't know if there's any comic book people out there, but I found a couple of Hulk, the Incredible Hulk comics. One, it's a damn shame that I wasn't one of those little geeky kids that kept my comic books like pristine, because one, in really good condition, it's worth $12,000. Another one that I had in really good condition is worth like $1,900. And that's probably going to be the cream of the crop there. Excuse the air conditioner. That's going to be the cream of the crop there. But I found some other little stuff like, $8 here, $15 here, blah, blah, blah. I found another guy that's going to take some of the stuff. He's just a comic book guy. Some of the stuff in bulk that's not really worth that much just because he wants to read them. So that is it. I've got to pare down the stuff I'm going to walk out of this house with. She told me don't even worry about any of the, like, whatever furniture or whatever. I don't even have to worry about getting rid of it, that we can do like an estate sale as I'm walking out. So, keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully things are, about to get interesting, get a little bit exciting. But no, that'll be real nice. Fairhope, Alabama is close to Orange Beach, Alabama, which is the beach, Alabama. It's about 30-45 minutes away. So if this were to come through, I will definitely be spending some time down at the beach, like in October, early November, because if you've never been to this part of the country, the weather is perfect to go to the beach like mid to late October, November. The crowds are gone and the temperature's a little bit less. But yeah, I'm really ready to get back to the tropics. And just kind of enter the next phase and see what it brings. I need to process a lot of different stuff. I've gotten into a bad headspace. I haven't been meditating for a long time. I'm slowly getting back to it, doing little short meditations and what have you. But yeah, feeling a little bit better. Like I say, I dropped into kind of a hole of anxiety and depression here over the last year and a half, and feel like now there's a little bit of closure. I can move on. One of the biggest things, and I'll finish up there, you don't want to know every single move I'm going to make, but it's like I was telling a friend yesterday, one of the biggest things for me is not just finding a location, finding a roof, finding a spot, but it's to find people, it's to find community. I've isolated myself too much for too many years, and I'm not getting any younger. I turned 57 in March, and I thought about a lot of this stuff. This isn't stuff that's just come up since my mom passed away, but it's just, with my mom going, I don't have anybody left. I don't have brothers and sisters. I never married. I don't have children. I mean, I've got first cousins, but all my first cousins are a good bit older, and they're relatives, but I just don't have that core. I don't have that family. I don't have that tight group, except for a few people I left back behind in Costa Rica. And hopefully, if things work out, I'll be in the mountains in Costa Rica where the weather feels really good. I'll be about an hour from the beach. I'll be about 30 minutes from that market where I was 4 years ago. And even more important than that, this is not just somebody I'm going to. This is a real good friend that I would be living on his property, and I've got two other really good friends and their children living there. So keeping my fingers crossed that things are starting to look up a little bit. But anyhow, people ask me, if you've never watched this channel, if you haven't followed me very much, you probably, and I hope you did, you probably tuned out in the first 30 seconds. But for everybody that stuck around, that was interested, I just kind of wanted to update you, and I'm going to take you with me wherever I go. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the Friday. Peace.